Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be installing a special part from Turn Off Road. We are looking to expand what we could carry on camping trips with us, so we selected this spare tire carrier rack from Turn Off Road, and we're going to be putting that together today. Come on. So as you can see, Turn Off Road really takes the time to make sure that your packages come to your doorstep with no nicks and dings. They spend the time to wrap everything up in foam and saran wrap. All of the hardware is nicely labeled so you know exactly what you're going to be working with. And this kit also will provide you with the two straps that you're going to use to strap the rack to the spare tire. Now this is going to be an installation where we take this rack off a couple of times because we'll have to adjust it for this 37-inch tire. And I also have a tire carrier rack on here, so I'm going to be doing some adjustments on this. But let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to unwrap all of this. I'm going to save the trouble of you watching me do that because it is going to take me quite some time to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this, and then we'll go ahead and deep dive into the assembly. Okay, so the tool list for this, you're going to need 2 ratchets or a wrench. This one is a 13mm nut, and then you have a T5 Allen. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my T5 ratchet. So what you want to do first is arrange the rack to where the rack pieces itself is at the bottom. So this is actually the base of the rack, and that you want this portion of the rack facing down. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange that. We're going to take our corner pieces here. These corner pieces, this is the top and this is the bottom. And we're going to put 4 T-head Allen nuts and washers on each end, on each side. So I'm going to go ahead and take my first washer, go ahead and put it on the T-nut, put this one in here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to do this lightly so that when we adjust the side pieces here, we're not fighting them or trying to get them to get in a situation where they're a bind. And all of the hardware that you're going to get, it's all the same hardware. So when I just say nut, washer, it's all the same size, so you're not going to need to be changing back and forth. And each side is going to get 4 nuts and bolts and 2 washers on each one. This is really easy to do. Doesn't take much skill. It'll probably take me about a half an hour, I would say. Half an hour, 40 minutes to go ahead and assemble all of this. It's just a lot of hardware to put together. And then all of the test fitting as well. Okay, so this is the bottom of the rack. Again, this is the top pieces. And you want those to face towards each other. And I'm going to take the washer and make sure that the dull side is facing down. Take the lock nut. Just trying to make sure I'm not cross-threading anything. Yep. And I'm just going to, it's almost about tight, but it's still loose enough to move around. Nice and loose. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and put the side walls together. Put this back upright. And then as you can see, there's a hole here and a hole here. That is for the outside of the bracket. And we're just going to repeat what we just did. So 2 washers per nut and bolt. Go a little bit snug where it can still move, and go down to the other side and get that one. Okay, and there is one last one right here, right in the middle. So we're going to flip this back up on its side. And you're going to go ahead and repeat these steps for the back piece. So I'll go ahead and get this one snug. And we'll work on getting the other one done. Okay, we're at the point where we're going to go ahead and tighten everything down. And I'm just making sure that this is all flush and lined up. I already did that side over there. And I just gotta get this bottom one. So we have to flip this back over. There we go. So that is the base. So everything looks good there. Remember, this is the top. This is going to be the bottom. Go ahead, 4 over there, 4 over here, and 2 in the middle. Okay, so this piece here, if you mount it this way with the flat side facing in, that would be for a 37-inch tire or larger. If you face it with this side facing out, that's for a 35-inch tire and smaller. We have 37s, so we're going to be mounting it this way. And this is loose down at the base here because we are going to be sliding that to adjust it to fit on the tire. So that is loose. And we're just kind of snugging these up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this tightened down, and then I'm gonna put this on the tire. All right, now we're going to lift this up onto the tire. I did take off my third brake light because I want this to sit more towards the back and not more forward. So I want it centered on the tire the best I can. I'm just kind of pulling this down onto the lug. I did leave a little bit of space here. I think if you were to slide this back where you had two bolt holes back here and one up here, you could get it to sit lower. I think I want it a little bit higher so I can get straps underneath here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test this with it being high, and if I don't like it, I can always lower it. But you just want to try to center it the best you can with your lugs. So it's flat on my lugs back here, it's just in between. I think it's causing this little bit of a shift. So what I'm trying to do is just do the best I can. I think once I get it strapped down, it will suck it down some. I think I'm gonna go with that. just gonna go ahead and get my straps. Then open my gate. And then I'm going to run the strap through the front of the tire and out through the back. I need to flip this. I'm just making sure I don't have a twist in here. And behind the tire, I don't have a lot of room, so it's a little tight. Gonna leave that loose. So I see I messed up on that side because there are rubber pieces on here for when you crank this down that the metal doesn't cut your strap. So I need to redo that other side, and it goes across the bottom. Let's see, I used the top spoke. I'm going to redo this one, and what I'm talking about is right here there is a piece of rubber, and you want to make sure that the strap goes through that piece of rubber on both sides. There we go. So it should come out down here. There we go. Just gonna lay that gently across the back so I don't scrape up my paint. Fish that back through. See, I got a twist over here, so I need to fix that. it's nice and tight. I'm just tying this around the back. There we go. Okay. So that's the back side. And what you'll do is you'll just run the strap through here. And again, there's rubber right there. So when you're cranking this down and creating that tight lock, everything looks good back here. It's nice and snug. But you'll run it, make sure you run it on this rubber piece and not the top piece like I originally did, because that will over time rub and fray your strap and you may lose your rack. So just make sure it's nice and snug, tied down. And now everything fits nice and tight here. It's secure on the lug. It looks pretty centered. The strap is not loose, so I'm not worried about it rubbing on the rim. Let's load something on it and see what it looks like. So I got these Tough Built boxes and I really love them. They're weatherproof and dustproof. And the reason why I wanted this rack is because when I go camping and whatnot, I want to be able to take these gear boxes with me. I really like them. They are very durable and you can mount things to them like paper rolls and trash bags and cameras or whatever, because it has a metal molly on it. So I really love this system, and it's a stack tech system like a Milwaukee but better, I think, and it has these really cool locks. So I want to make sure that this is the type of gear that I can bring with me, and it looks like it fits up there really good. It's going to free up some space. And I have these roller cam buckle straps. I've used these for a while, since 2021, and they've been holding up great. I just want to show you how easy they are to operate. And the cool thing about this turn rack is there's mounting points everywhere. All the way on the side, you can put eye loops on here, straps and whatnot. So what you do is you take your strap, you loop it in, you just pull it down. And on the back side, again, having this room to be able to get straps and stuff under I really like that. And I know some of the comments are going to be, well, you can't see out the back window anymore. No, I can't. When I'm loaded up with gear, I really can't see out my back window anyways. Let's see. Here's the beauty about this system. See how that's too tall? The buckle's going to be rubbing up against the plastic. I don't want that. So I'm going to lower my mounting point. And there's areas everywhere on this to be able to adjust for just about any type of strap. Yeah, see, I like that right there. Then I can just secure that down, pull that up, and then I can lock that into place. Now, I could run that through the handle so it's not shifting around, but yeah, let's do that. Let's see how. Get this cranked down. There we go. So tons of mounting spots. I really like that. You have them low, you have them high. You could put a S-type strap on there. And these are just some of the different types of hooks that I use. And I really like that it really fits through there. There's tons of room. You could do a rubber coated one. You know, if you had to do bungee cords fit in there nice. Let's see. There's little loops over here. Those fit the eye loops in there nice. Everything's a good size. I'm not fighting anything to get it in there. So if you did have to run a bungee cord across the top, you would be able to do that with no problem. So there's bungee cord loops. So pretty awesome. I don't know what else you would want with it. Looks like they left room in there to expand this to be able to bolt on other attachments. I could see if you were going to run this, you could put, you know, your traction boards on there, maybe a shovel if you had to. But I'm really happy with how this rack turned out. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. If you like this, make sure to check the description down below. I'll leave a link in where to purchase it. And like always, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.